Shut up and sit down.
Yo people, and welcome back to another hardware review, and this time we're taking a look at an RTA from AI Vape. It is the Scale Mouth to Lung. Now this is a little bit different, and if you are into your mouth to lung, you might want to take a little look at this. It's got a total different type of airflow, and it's got a different type of deck as well. You might not be quite took with the look of it, but I'll tell you what, this is quite an interesting RTA. So let's get on the road with the review. You know how it goes. This is the box. That's everything you do get in the box, and that was the box. So the Scale from AI Vape. Now, all these colours that they've actually got have got this sort of like matte look to them. So you've got like the matte gold, the matte silver, and the matte black. Just reminds me of like sort of spray paint. And you can obviously see where they're coming with the scales. It's the scales of a fish. They've got that all the way around. Let's go top to bottom like we normally do. It is a 510 drip tip. Now with this drip tip, there is a little insert that fits in the top of that, and you can push it out. Now I've lost mine, I can't find it, it's my own fault. I took it out, but what you do is you just push it through and it comes out like that, and then you just slide it back in underneath. So if you want a little bit more of a tighter draw, because this is really built for mouth to lung, you can put that in for a little bit of a tighter draw. Like I said, it is a 510 drip tip, interchangeable, so you can put your own on there. It is a top fill. Just unscrew, and obviously with you got them scales, very easy to undo at the top. Once I get into it, lots of threading, two big juice ports, no problem at all with filling, no airlocks or anything like that, which you're not going to get with that sort of size. Now it does come as 2mm and also 4mm. We've got it in the 4mm configuration, but you do get another chimney and another glass. So the thing you've got to do is just take it off, fit the new chimney in it, and also the glass, and you're down to 2mm. I've got it in the 4mm configuration. You've got AI Vape around there. It is a little bit in your face, that logo. Now, a lot of people would be like, you opening this up to actually get into it. Well, you don't. It just pulls open. Yes, just like that. There's the deck. We'll have a little closer look at that. Now, inside, before we get to the airflow, inside you'll be able to see you've got these two little tubes, and that's what's letting your e-liquid in, and this is where you need to make sure that you're getting this wicking right. So as you'll be able to see, I'm going to take this top off in a second, it comes through there. In fact, we'll do that now. So all thing you're going to do is unscrew that, and this is how you change your glass as well. Just unscrew that, the chimney comes off, so then you can then change it over with the other chimney and glass. So as you can see on the top, you've got your two little ports here, and that's what's letting your e-liquid through. They are held on by O-rings, two big rubber O-rings. Well, if you do get them out, they are a little bit fiddly to get back in as well, so make sure you don't take them out, there's no need to. And you'll be able to see there's these notches, there's a notch there and there's a notch there. Now that goes on to where the deck is itself. You'll be able to see there's a notch there, and it just fits in. So you'll marry them up, and you'll feel that it has like just a little bit of a click. Sorry if I do it on camera, it'd help. So you get it like that, and it just has a little click. You just have to sort of like move. There you go. See how it just clipped in? Just make sure it's pushed down, and that's how it fits on. So it's not screwed on, just pulls off. Now when I've tested it, when you've got it full of e-liquid, it doesn't let any juice out, so you can actually pull this off, and then obviously if you'll need to change your cotton or your coil, you can still have a full tank. Nothing comes out. Right, let's have a look at the airflow on this as well, which is really interesting. So it's independent. So this is like a dial. So the way you do it is you get your finger in there and you can really dial it in. I might have been better doing it while I had it on the tank. So you can dial it in like that, dial it in like that, or you can go right down. Now you can really get a tight mouth to lung to this to where it's absolutely cut off, as you'll be able to see. Now, obviously if you had the normal ring that goes around to change your airflow, that would change as well. Well, it doesn't. It's independent. So you might want to have this down to 1 and then this one down to 2. Very, very interesting. Now, not only have you got bottom airflow, if you look at this deck, you've got the airflow coming in from the bottom. You've also got it on the sides as well. So on either side of the posts, you've got it coming up through the middle, and then you've got it coming onto the coil. Now you've got two flathead screws. I've had no problems with them. Very, very simple to build on. Really simple to build on. But it's your wicking that is key to this RTA. Now you'll be able to see you haven't got really a juice well. There's just like sort of a lip. So you've got to get your cotton, and there's more cotton what you'd normally need for like an RDA or even an RTA. A lot of people maybe just go to the edges. Well, you don't. You're going to come out roughly around here, and you loop it round. And obviously I'm going to show you this in the build that we're going to do. You loop it round, and it just sits on the deck. So if you imagine that's going to be dripping onto your cotton. Very simple coil placement as well. Very, very simple to build on, but the wicking to this is key. So yeah, it's really, really interesting airflow, the way you can actually dial it in. I would have liked to seen these dials maybe just a touch a little bit bigger. They are a little small. On the bottom, it tells you it is the scale RTA. You've got designed by AI Vape. Slightly protruding adjustable 510. So normally I put a bit of music together with this, but I just want to show you this build. Now we're using proper coils. These are the mouth to lung Claptons. Remember, you can use Little Bro Vapes 10 to get 10% off. These are really, really good coils. Like I said, these are the mouth to lung Claptons. So yeah, let's unscrew it. Like I said, I normally put a bit of music together, but I want to show you this wicking. The actual coil placement is quite simple. That's not a problem. Just unscrew these. No problems with unscrewing them. I'm not, if I'm totally honest with you, I'm not a flathead screw fan because it ends up slipping. There we go. I think that's high enough on both sides. So we get the coil. We're going to do it belly up. Just slide that one in there. Slide that into there like so. Just sit it in. So you're wanting it just over obviously the middle slot. Put your finger across it like so, and then we will tighten it down. I might fasten this bit up though. So I probably did put a bit of music to that. It's hard to get into these screws when you're actually on camera. It is very, very, very simple to build on though. So there you go. I haven't even done any jamming with it or anything like that, and you can sort of see what it's like. I bring it down just slightly a little bit. There we are. Like so. Yeah, that's perfect. So you're underneath it, and you can see that obviously the airflow is going to be coming up and onto it. Bring that down a touch a little bit more. See, roughly around level with them, the top of it's level with the actual screws itself. I'm happy with that. Just give it a little bit of a clip off. Easy to get in, as you can see. Saying that, it's gone all dark. There we go. Let's give this coil a bit of a burn in. Hot spots out. There we go, just let that cool down. So this is the major bit that I wanted to show you, is actually the wicking. So you get this wicking right, because it is key to this RTA, is that you get this wicking right. There we go, feed that through. Fingers underneath. Always got to be a little bit careful with these mouth to lung coils, because they are a little bit. There we are. So that's in. See that? So you're looking that you want to be probably coming, and don't be scared to cut more, because we can always cut it off. If you cut less, you're no good. So roughly about there to start off with, and again roughly about there. Give it a touchy bit of a comb out, not loads. A little bit of a comb out. That little bit of fluff don't want to go anywhere. There we go. And again, a little bit of a comb out. The scissors. And again, there we are. So now what I would recommend you do is you get some juice. I've got some cheap ass True Salt peppermint in there. And just go across it like that. It'll just make it easier for folding it under, because what you're basically wanting to create is like a little bit of a loop. That should be enough. So if you just get your tweezers, and again, if there is too much, we can take it back out again, and we can you see that? It's just a little bit too much on that side. So what we can do is just come out, get your scissors, give that a little bit of a nip off, just there. Like so. Go back under, just checking that I'm still on camera. And that should be nice and perfect on there now. There you go. So you'll be able to see on that side how we've tucked it in. Once I've done on this other side, again I think I'm just going to need to take a tudgy little bit off. Like so. And again, just go under it. Make sure I'm on camera. Just go under it. Maybe a little bit more off there, actually. Just a tudgy bit, not much. There we go. Perfect. And then you just put it in there like that. So you're sort of like creating a cushion in there. So as that's dropping on there, there we go. Just so you can see that. That's how you're wanting it to look. So you can see you've had a little bit more and you've sort of tucked it underneath, and that means you're not going to get any leakage or any gurgling. And then again, like I showed you, just fit your little cap bit to that bit, like so. Give it a bit of a wobble, and you'll see, there you go, it fits on. Right, let's fill it up. So that was a look round the scale mouth to lung RTA from AI Vape. Not very matchy-matchy, is it? I haven't got any gold mods. Let's go top to bottom like we normally do. We'll start off with the drip tip. It is a 510 drip tip, interchangeable, so if you've got your own, you can put it on there. It also comes with an insert. I've lost mine, so that makes it a little bit more of a tighter draw for your mouth to lung. You just push it out or push it back in if you want it in, or whether you want it out. We're turning into the Okie Kokie. But I have actually lost mine, as you did see. It is a top fill, no problem with filling it at all. Comes as 2mm or 4mm. You get an extender chimney and a bigger glass as well. I've got it in the 4mm configuration. Now let's talk about this airflow. It's got, some people are going to like the airflow, some people aren't going to like the airflow. I wish it was just a little bit bigger. Now when you've got it on a side-by-side mod, you don't have to take it off to adjust either side. Now how often are you going to do that? Like myself, normally you set your airflow and it just stays like that every time you use the actual tank itself. So to me, it's not going to bother me. I like the way you can really dial it in, and you can really dial it in to where you're like proper cheat test on it. Now I've got it wide open, coming out at 16 watts. I'm using some proper coils, mouth to lung coils, as you saw. This is coming out at 1 ohm. Let's give it a vape and see what we think. The flavour from this is absolutely corking. Really, really good flavour. I was so surprised at it when I tried it. Really good flavour. Four mil, 1 ohm coil in there, 16 watts. I'd probably fill it once every other day. Really, really good flavour from it. So not only have you got the airflow coming up underneath that coil, you've also got it coming off the post. You've got 2 holes, as you saw, either side. So that's where you're getting that flavour from. It's going straight onto that coil and straight into your mouthpiece. Really, really good flavour. Like I said, I would have liked to seen the notches or the dials just a little bit bigger. But it's something different. It's a total different airflow. I've never seen it before. And I think it works. I really do think it works. Like I said, on a side-by-side, it can be a bit fiddly if you've got to take it off to do it. But how many times are you going to do it? It's a 22mm Atty. Corking flavour from it. Now, the actual styling of it, I'm not overly keen on. I don't like the look of it. And like I said, I'll just put above my shoulder all the different colours you can get it in. It's sort of like a spray paint look. I'm not bothered about the scale look of it. But I just think it looks, I don't know. I'm not quite sure on the branding either. On the side with it saying AI Vape there, it's a little bit in your face. But to talk about the airflow, it's something a little bit different. And also the deck itself. Now, the key to this is the wicking. It really is. The coil placement, as you've seen, quite simple. But you've got to make sure that you just loop it underneath. And it's like two cushions. So when it's dropping on it, it's sucking up that juice. If not, it leaks and it gurgles. As you can hear, there's no gurgling from this. But once you've nailed that wicking, you're going to be absolutely fine. Now, the other bit that I've got with it, it's held on with 2 O-rings. So it's sort, as you'll be able to see, if I go a bit, it sort of moves. And I'm a little bit worried that, you know, if you put that in your pocket, it's just going to do that. Now, it took me a while to get the nerve up when I had it full. When you do take it off, nothing comes out. So you've got your normal deck there like that when it zooms in. And then you've got that. So my palm is clear. So there's nothing going to come out. So if it does come off in your pocket, then it's just going to dangle around. There's no e-liquid going to come out. But it just feels that eventually these O-rings, and then you just give it a bit of a wiggle round. So that, there we go. Give it a wiggle round and it sits in. Obviously, them O-rings are going to deplenish, is that the word? Or they're going to degrade, and they're not going to sit in so tight. You do get spares, obviously, but I'm just not overly keen with that bit. But yeah, it doesn't leak when you take it out. Something a little bit different. I know the actual way the e-liquid goes down. I know that's been done before. But I personally haven't tried anything like that where it's actually coming down and dripping literally onto your cotton. Like I said, the wicking is key to this. Get that wicking done. If you're into your mouth to lung, you can really dial this into like really proper cheek test of. You can either have one side a little bit tighter and the other side not. I like the options that it gives you. But the flavour is absolutely bang on. So if you can go away from the looks of it, I'm not absolutely taken with the look of the tank. I'm not too taken with the where you just push it on with the O-rings. I would have liked to have seen it actually connected. But apart from that, the flavour from it is really, really good. Very simple to build on. Once you get that wicking, you've nailed it. So yeah, big thumbs up, apart from maybe the look of it. I really do like the flavour from it. And like I said, you can dial it in. Well, this has been another review by Little Bro. You know how it goes. If you've liked the review, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the subscribe buttons in the corner. Give them a press and get me to that new magic number. We're nearly at that 3K, people. Press that subscribe button. I'm also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go and hit me up. And there's one last thing to say. Keep them juices flowing. Don't forget to check out my latest video. Also, don't forget to check out 3 Men and a Vape Show live at 8 PM every Wednesday. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll catch you later.